Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within, How to Take Immediate Control of Your Mental, Emotional, Physical, and Financial Destiny. Embark on a transformative journey with Tony Robbins' compelling book, Awaken the Giant Within. Through this book, Robbins offers practical advice on how to take immediate control of your mental, emotional, physical, and financial destiny. The book covers crucial aspects of personal growth, such as decision-making, reshaping beliefs, understanding and managing emotions, and leveraging powerful questions to enhance the quality of your life. By exploring these themes, you will gain valuable insights into realizing your full potential, nurturing a positive attitude, and leading a successful and fulfilling life.
Embrace change, overcome obstacles. Life-changing decisions require clear intent and active resolve. Embrace change by reframing your perspective and adapting your approach to tackle obstacles. Learn from failures and adjust your strategies to achieve success, just as successful individuals like Soichiro Honda did. Over time, the process of commitment and adaptation will become second nature. Making significant changes in our lives demands more than just wishful thinking. Whether you aim to quit smoking or adopt a healthier diet, the secret to success lies in firmly deciding to change and then sticking to that decision, regardless of the challenges you encounter. The ability to adapt when faced with obstacles is crucial. The story of Honda's founder, Soichiro Honda, is a testament to this. From a young age, Honda set his sights on creating effective piston rings for automobiles. Despite numerous setbacks, including a shortage of resources during World War II, he didn't let these obstacles deter him. Instead, he invented his own method of producing concrete, paving the way for the beginning of his now successful empire. Perseverance is essential when it comes to committing to significant decisions. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Whenever you experience failure, try not to feel disheartened. Instead, analyze what you can learn from this setback and use it to refine your strategy. For instance, if your first attempt to quit smoking doesn't go as planned, think about the factors that made it difficult for you to succeed. Were you tempted to smoke around other smokers? If so, try avoiding places where you typically encounter them the next time around. Remember, turning your life around starts with a clear and firm decision. Once you make up your mind, be prepared to adapt your approach, learn from your failures, and adjust your strategy accordingly. With time and persistence, you'll overcome the obstacles in your path and move ever closer to achieving your goals. Embrace change, overcome obstacles. Changing your life begins with a clear decision, followed by a commitment to stick to that decision even in the face of obstacles. Learning from past failures and adapting your approach can help you overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Every time you commit to change, it becomes easier, so don't be discouraged by setbacks. Instead, use them as learning opportunities. Do you recall the last time you felt the urge to change something in your life? Maybe you wanted to quit a bad habit or adopt a healthier lifestyle. However, achieving those changes might not have been as simple as you thought. The key to making lasting change lies in how you frame your intentions. Instead of saying, "I'd like to stop eating junk food," make a firm decision like, "I will start eating more healthily." To enact lasting change, you need to remain committed to your decision, even when confronting challenges. Adaptability is essential when facing obstacles on your path to a better life. Take Soichiro Honda, founder of Honda Corporation, as an example. As a young student, he was determined to create efficient piston rings for automobiles. Despite numerous setbacks, such as being unable to obtain the concrete necessary to build his factories during World War II, Honda didn't give up. Instead, he invented his own way of making concrete, thereby paving the way for his successful empire. Committing to significant decisions can be daunting at first, but with each commitment, it becomes easier to persevere. Don't be disheartened if you face failure in your journey to change. Use failure as an opportunity to learn and refine your methods. Smokers, for instance, often fail in their initial attempts to quit. However, reflecting on the challenges they faced while quitting, example, the temptation to smoke around others, and finding ways to overcome them, example, avoiding places frequented by smokers, can ultimately help them achieve their goal. Remember, the more you embrace change and effectively face obstacles, the closer you'll get to living the life you desire. Shifting beliefs, transforming lives. Our beliefs significantly influence our outlook on life. They are ideas backed by evidence from our experiences, both positive and negative. Changing our beliefs is possible by altering how we interpret events surrounding us. We can cultivate a more optimistic perspective by associating pain with old, detrimental beliefs and pleasure with new, constructive ones. Finding and emulating a role model who has successfully transformed their beliefs can be an effective way to guide our journey of personal growth. Imagine two 60-year-olds, one dreads the future, while the other embraces it with enthusiasm. What causes this stark difference in perspectives? The answer lies in their beliefs. Our beliefs, ideas substantiated by evidence, shape how we view the world and ourselves. We often derive these beliefs from our experiences. For instance, if you consistently win at chess, you naturally believe that you are a skilled player. Events in our lives serve as references that inform and reinforce our beliefs. Unfortunately, this means that negative events can lead to pessimistic beliefs. But we have the power to reinterpret these experiences in a positive light, steering our lives in a more optimistic direction. For example, using the grief of losing a loved one to become stronger and help others navigate similar suffering. To initiate meaningful change in our lives, we must first transform our beliefs. Many individuals, however, have deeply rooted beliefs that hinder change. The challenge lies in breaking these habitual beliefs. Just like any habit, we can change our beliefs by associating pain with the old, limiting ones and pleasure with new, empowering ones. A practical approach to accomplish this is finding a role model who has successfully transformed their own beliefs. Emulating their methods paves the way for our personal growth and cultivates fresh, positive perspectives. Transformational vocabulary magic. With approximately 3,000 words conveying emotions in English, it's important to note that there are nearly twice as many words for negative emotions than positive ones. This can be a reason for people experiencing negativity more frequently. To overcome this, use transformational vocabulary. Consciously choose words that shape improved thoughts and perceptions. To manage emotions better, use stronger words for positive emotions and less intense ones for negative emotions. Additionally, unconventional words for negative emotions can lighten the mood and help instantaneously lift spirits. In the vast English language, there's a plethora of words to describe emotions, around 3,000 to be precise. Interestingly, among these words, negative emotions are represented nearly twice as much as positive ones. This disparity might explain why people often experience negative emotions more than positive ones. It's essential to be mindful of the words we use in our day-to-day lives, as they influence our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. If we want a different interpretation of a situation, we need to describe it differently. The concept of transformational vocabulary revolves around how the words we use can determine our experiences and emotions. But how can we tweak our vocabulary to better manage our emotions? A simple trick is to use more powerful words for good emotions and less intense words for the negative ones. Express strong emotions like happiness with phrases like, totally blissed, and mitigate negative emotions by using lighter terms such as saying, I'm a little concerned, rather than, I'm extremely anxious. Moreover, incorporating unusual words to express negative emotions can have a surprisingly positive impact. Opting for a quirky, old-fashioned expression like, I feel quite peeved, when annoyed can instantly lighten the mood, bringing amusement to both you and those around you. In summary, remember that the words we choose hold the power to define our experiences. By employing transformational vocabulary and selecting stronger words for positive emotions and less intense ones for negative emotions, we can gain control over our feelings and pave the way for a more balanced and happier life. Power of positive questions. Shift your mindset by asking positive questions to transform your life. The way we think is shaped by the questions we ask, which ultimately impacts our daily experiences. By consciously choosing constructive questions, we can improve our mood, cultivate resilience, and experience life more positively. To maximize these benefits, start your day with empowering questions, strengthening your ability to maintain this positive state throughout the day and building a foundation for a successful and fulfilling life. Did you know that your thoughts are essentially a continuous flow of questions and answers? That's right, the questions we ask ourselves have a considerable influence on our perception of life. As such, the quality of our questions is crucial to the quality of our lives. Whether we pose negative or positive questions, our responses will follow suit accordingly. For instance, imagine finding yourself in an unfavorable situation. If you ask, "Why does this always happen to me?" your thoughts will focus on personal failures. Consequently, your mood will plummet, and your life experiences will be clouded by negativity. To overcome this, it's crucial to pose the right questions whenever you encounter challenges. Admittedly, during difficult situations, we sometimes get overwhelmed and ask disheartening questions. To counteract this tendency, try creating a list of positive questions in advance. Make it a habit to ask yourself things like, "What's good about this situation?" or "How can I enjoy the process of solving this problem?" These questions will uplift your mood, helping you cope with the situation and find effective resolutions. Want to take it a step further? Start your mornings by asking empowering questions that brighten your day. Ask yourself, "What's great about my life?" or "What accomplishments am I proud of?" By kickstarting each day in a positive mindset, you'll find it easier to access that uplifted state throughout the day, paving the way for a brighter and more successful life. Discovering your core values. Uncovering what is truly important to you is a key step towards happiness and success. Take time to reflect on your values and determine which ones align with your goals, and don't be afraid to make necessary adjustments. By prioritizing the right values, you can live a more fulfilling and balanced life. Have you ever wondered what truly matters most in your life? Is it love, health, or something else entirely? It's important to uncover these underlying values if you want to become happier and more successful. Living in alignment with your values is the foundation of a fulfilling life. Consider a situation where you're offered a fantastic job abroad but accepting it would require uprooting your entire life. How would you decide? It's in moments like these that clarity about your values is vital. For example, if personal growth outweighs financial security, the decision becomes easier. Spend some time reflecting on your core values and ranking them by priority, making sure to articulate your reasons for each value. This exercise may reveal misalignments between your current values and the goals you want to achieve. For instance, your ultimate value might be passion, approaching everything you do with wholehearted enthusiasm. However, as you examine the connection between your values and goals, you might realize that this unrestrained passion negatively affects your health. In such cases, reevaluating and adjusting your values is necessary. Embracing change and shifting your priorities, such as focusing on health before passion, can allow you to pursue your dreams without jeopardizing your well-being. Gaining clarity on your core values empowers you to live a more balanced and rewarding life. Happiness and personal rules. Each of us follows a set of rules that determine our daily actions and our understanding of happiness. However, relying on external factors, such as the actions of others, limits our happiness. Establishing life rules within our control, communicating our expectations, and understanding that others may hold different rules help build a stronger foundation for achieving true happiness and healthy relationships. The rules we follow in our lives, such as, "I'll be happy after achieving a particular goal," significantly impact our actions and emotions by deciding what does and doesn't bring happiness. However, relying on these rules may limit our experiences and the likelihood of achieving true happiness. Reflect on your own happiness requirements. Is it winning the lottery, or do you want your friends to appreciate you more? While it's true that these may bring happiness, they are also beyond your control. That's why establishing life rules within your control is essential. Start by making your happiness reliant on achieving personal goals rather sequel commander than the validation or actions of others. This ensures that you are in control of your own happiness. Many of our rules are dependent on other people's actions, and when people don't act according to our rules, it can lead to frustration or upset. Remember, everyone has personal rules, and they may differ from one another. To foster a happy existence, it's crucial to communicate your rules and make sure others know what's important to you. For instance, if you believe that close friends should regularly call each other and your friend doesn't, you may feel they're no longer a true friend. However, your friend may have a different idea of friendship, like being there for each other during a crisis. By communicating your expectations, you'll understand each other's perspectives and build a stronger foundation for your relationship. Ultimately, happiness will come from establishing personal rules within your control and finding common ground with others in your relationships. Master your emotions. You have the power to control and choose your emotions by identifying their true sources and effectively acting upon them. By using transformational vocabulary and understanding the roots of your emotional state, you can reshape your feelings into a positive force for change. When faced with challenges, remember your past experiences of overcoming similar obstacles, boosting your confidence in handling tough emotions. Emotional control is within your reach. By easing up on the rules you impose upon yourself, you can decide what truly makes you happy, and even gain mastery over your whole range of emotions. The key is to accurately recognize your true feelings. It's common to feel overwhelmed by negative emotions, often due to generalizing them or misidentifying their sources. For example, you might be angry, but upon further reflection, you discover that exhaustion is the actual cause of your discomfort. At this point, you can employ transformational vocabulary, which involves altering how you describe your emotions to influence them. By stating, "I'm feeling a little droopy," you reduce negativity and make the emotion much more manageable. Instead of viewing challenging emotions as negative, embrace them as opportunities for positive change. These emotions signal that something is amiss, motivating you to determine the source of your troubles. Identifying the root cause is essential for initiating change. However, recognizing the cause is just the beginning. The real challenge lies in taking decisive action to address the issue at hand. For instance, if loneliness is causing your unhappiness, examine the reasons behind it. Perhaps you haven't connected with friends recently. In this case, the solution is simple: reach out and talk to them. At times, you may feel incapable of handling a specific emotion. In these moments, remember past instances when you triumphed over difficulties. Reminding yourself of your successes builds confidence in your ability to manage tough emotions, reinforcing the belief that you can do it again. Small choices, big impact. The choices we make in our personal lives may appear insignificant, but they hold the power to create a ripple effect and impact society at large. Even mundane decisions like altering one's diet or offering a genuine compliment can contribute to positive societal change. By recognizing and exercising our individual influence, we possess the ability to transform not only our own lives but the lives of those around us. So, you've taken charge of your life, achieved success and found happiness. At this stage, you might be wondering if there's any real impact you can make on a societal level. The good news is that even the smallest decisions in your life can create a domino effect, influencing the world around you. It is a common misunderstanding that an individual alone cannot induce significant change, which often dissuades people from attempting it. However, the very choices that hold the potential to improve your own life can also contribute to societal transformation. Consider an everyday decision, like choosing your dinner menu. Eliminating beef from your diet for personal health reasons may seem like a small change that only benefits you. Surprisingly, it can also contribute to resolving issues such as widespread hunger. To put things into perspective, producing 250 pounds of beef takes the same amount of land as growing 40,000 pounds of potatoes. By choosing not to eat beef, you reduce the demand for it, paving the way for more sustainable land use. Furthermore, the emotional intelligence and self-awareness you've gained through your personal growth journey can be extended to helping others. Imagine coming across a disheartened stranger at the grocery store. A sincere compliment, like admiring their choice to buy free-range eggs, could brighten their day. As you continue to spread positivity among others, the collective mood lifts, and that energy is shared even further. In essence, the decisions you make every day, no matter how small, have the power to create lasting, positive change within society. So, recognize your potential and wield it to make the world a better place, one choice at a time.
In conclusion, Awaken the Giant Within equips you with the necessary tools to transform your life by mastering your decisions, beliefs, emotions, and values. By understanding how these 4 elements impact your life, you can effectively reshape your thoughts, words, and actions. The book encourages you to embrace a growth-oriented mindset, communicate your personal rules to others, and take purposeful action based on genuine emotions. Remember, even the smallest decisions in your personal life can create a ripple effect, influencing the society around you. Embrace these lessons and empower yourself to awaken the giant within, living a happier, more meaningful, and impactful life.